Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to another Spooky Sunday video. In today's video, this is part 2 of reading your guys' spooky stories because I had so many, didn't want to make the last video too long. So this is part 2, so without further ado, we're going to get into today's video and I hope you will like it. Like I say in every video, this is the email that you can email your scary stories to if you want me to read them. But yeah, let's get into the first story. This one is from Lily and it says, I know you done these a while ago, but I have a super creepy story time. I was in my local woodland with my dog Heidi, but Heidi is a Spocker Spaniel, huge but gentle. She ran into the woods in winter and I was calling on her for about 45 minutes, but still no sign of her. So I was about to go into the woods for her. Keep in mind, this place has a fence with a field on the right and a woodland on the left, so I was scared she had gotten lost on the road. Heidi was a powerful dog and could jump the fence with ease, so I was overly concerned, and about another 10 minutes of looking, I was into the woodland shouting her name. I saw a figure that looked like a dog, so I ran after it calling her name. Heidi, Heidi. The dog stopped and it twisted its head around. It was not Heidi. It had blood on its nose and fang-like teeth. I screamed and ran. It chased me for about 10 seconds until I fell over a bush. I ran back to my car and my dog sprinted out of the bushes, but it was Heidi this time. When I got her a little drink, I realised that the S-Walker, or I think it was, had hurt my dog. She was bleeding on her tongue and her nose. I was concerned, and the only thing that crossed my mind was that an S-Walker? I mean, it could have been. I see so many videos on TikTok of people thinking their pets are S-Walkers, so I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if the animal you saw in the woods was an S-Walker. That is literally terrifying, and the fact that you fell over, if I was running from something and I fell over, I would just feel so terrified. But that's the thing, is like, you know when you watch a horror movie and they fall over and you're like, oh my god, how can you fall over? But have you ever been so scared that your legs literally feel like jelly? I feel like I would easily fall over if I was running from something that I was scared of, because either my legs feel too light or they feel like jelly and I can't focus on running. But I'm just so glad that you're okay, and I'm so glad that Heidi's okay. That is literally terrifying. But thank you for sending in your story. I loved reading it. Okay, this one is a long one, you guys, and it is from Crew, and it says, hello, my name is Crew. This is a story that happened about 2 days ago. I'm writing this while watching your other videos. You deserve a lot more subs than what you have. Anyways, this is one of my many weird experiences. Here's what happened. Thank you, Crew. That is so nice of you. I appreciate that so much. I just appreciate all of you. Everybody that comes to watch any of my videos or is subscribed, leaves a like, comments, and just enjoys the content that I put out there. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Anyway, let's get into your story. If there is anything to know about me, it's that I almost never leave my house, aside from school. Same. I mean, I need to stop doing that and I need to go out more, but same. I've been into the paranormal for quite a while now, just recently getting into S-Walker stories. I don't know what I saw nor what it could have been, but it was on a Wednesday. I had been helping my friends with some Discord servers and decided out of the blue that I wanted to go to the park. I live about 45 minutes from the nearest city, not to give away my state, but about 6 hours from NM. Anybody from America know what NM is? Let me know in the comments down below. My neighbourhood is a bit rural, slowly getting popular over the years. The park I was going to wasn't far. It was actually right behind my house, without a doubt walking distance. I went downstairs to tell my parents where I was going. It was about 6:48 p.m. and they said to be careful. I said I would, as I naturally do my best to avoid contact with people. I had some type of feeling in my gut that I didn't really look into. Something was off. I knew how at one point the neighbourhood might seem nice and the next you'll see a creep take photos of an unaware woman walking on the sidewalk. In fact, I've seen that happen while waiting for the bus. I was actually thinking of all the bad things I've seen here, but none of it was paranormal or something that would be on the news. Eventually, I made it to the park, and there is a bit of layout you might want to be aware of. Because the neighbourhood is rural, there is a fence into the wild, as cows and coyotes do live out there. The park itself is about 8 meters away from the fence marking outside. It's not actually designed to keep anyone out nor in. The overall park is a twisted hill. The end of the park to the fence is previously mentioned 8 meters, and in between said meters is shrubbery and rocks. When you enter the park, there are 2 ways to go, either to the parking area or to the actual park. The park is a giant grass-filled area with a small trail going around it. After the trail is shrubbery, and if you go to the park instead of the parking, you see 2 benches under some sort of metal structure. It's actually sturdy, and I have seen people climb onto it a few times. When I got into the park, I decided to go to the benches under the metal structure. I had headphones in and was listening to random Attack on Titan songs. Looking below into the bottom of the hill and near the shrubbery, I saw somebody walking their dog, or what I assumed to be walking their dog. But in reality, the dog is just sniffing around the shrubs. I stopped looking at them when a car pulled up behind me. The park isn't secluded, it's just a fence on the side of the road that stops people from turning directly into it. But there is a dirt patch for people to temporarily park or turn around in. The benches are just a few feet from the fence, and at this point it's almost dark, so I immediately get on my guard. But some teenagers came out of the car and I relaxed. They sounded about 15 to 16, and the car just dropped them off. I stayed at the bench a bit longer until the car came back again. It dropped off more kids, and at this point I was leaving the bench so the large group could have it. While I'm going onto the path that circles around the park, I noticed that the dog owner with the dog isn't anywhere to be seen. I hadn't looked away long enough for them to leave the area, nor had I seen them leave. Something I wasn't thinking of at the time, but I was sitting at the main entrance / exit, and there had been cars parked in the parking lot, so I assumed they had their car there. The only other exit was in the direction I was walking. I brushed off any confusion and kept going. My headphones were still in and I wasn't that concerned. That is, until I was. I made it to the part of the path where you turn parallel to the fence marking off the wild, and my heart literally stopped. I froze in place while looking down at the shrubbery nearly feet away from me, and I saw a person or a thing that looked to be a person in all black. The only thing you could see was the face, and it wasn't a clear view. It looked like if you were to take a picture of yourself in a dark room with your screen brightness about halfway and could see the middle of the forehead with parts of the cheeks. Though I only stood there for a few seconds, that was only long enough to take in the details. Their eyes were dead black, almost non-existent. They were crouched down, and I didn't see a dog down there, making me unsure if it was the dog owner or something that could have scared off a dog owner. But they were in a part of the shrubbery that looked like a dip. Though I had a device on me, my first instinct wasn't to take a picture, it was to get the hell out of there. So I froze and ran, all in a few seconds. After I got a bit away from that area of the park, I slowed to a speed walk, and eventually 2 women were walking on the path, so I just cut across to the grass trying to get home. I got home and told my parents what happened, as well as a few of my friends on the internet. We all agreed that it was whack, and to not go back there when it's dark. Fast forward to about 5:40 PM, I decide to go back as it isn't that dark yet and just hitting the sunset. This time I had my headphones in and hadn't been listening to anything. I start to walk to the trail in the same direction, looking out the shrubbery to see if I can find anything. I see some orange-yellow light out near the cacti, and that has me looking for something out there. I get close and see that it's just the sun reflecting. However, then something caught my eye under a bush. It looked like a box, so I stopped. I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me and that I needed glasses, but I took out my tablet and snapped a few pictures. Definitely a box. I'm writing this on a different device, so I can't attach any pictures without going through some trouble, but if you or anyone else wants to see the pictures, I'd be happy to send them. Anyways, I went back home shortly after that and thought nothing else of it. Just a bit of feeling watched and paranoia, especially considering myself getting back into paranormal entities and not listening to any warning of saying an S-Walker's name attracts them. If anyone knows what I saw, I'd be open to any suggestions. I might share a few other paranormal stories later, but as of now I have to go. Thanks for your time, I hope this makes it into a video. I want to clap you because the writing skills, when I tell you I read that pretty much all the way through without having to re-say things. Wow, your writing skills are insane. I would just like to praise you on that right now. The way that you write is perfect. I don't know if you are into writing or anything like that, but wow, honestly, amazing. Absolutely loved reading that. Wonderfully written. Feel like a teacher right now, but it's true. Anyway, that story was so creepy. So I'm trying to like work my brain around it. So I'm guessing you were in a park and then you went to look for the dog owner and you saw something creepy. So do you think that the dog turned into this weird beast that could be an S-Walker? And the box thing, let me reread that bit again about the box. So did you open the box? Was there anything creepy in the box? Just trying to work out more about the box thing. Obviously I would love to see the pictures, but don't feel pressured to send me them. Honestly, it's okay. I believe what you're saying, but please give me more like insight onto the box, because I want to know if there was anything in it, because maybe it could be a ghost. You know that sometimes items are attached to entities, so it could be an entity rather than an S-Walker. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like they said, they would love some suggestions, so if anybody has any suggestions, please drop them in the comments. But thank you so much for sending me in your story. I absolutely loved reading it. Okay, this one is from Chrislyn, and it says, yesterday I was in the bathroom. I heard scratching on the door. I went out and I saw no one. I saw my dogs on the couch and my dad was outside. I knew that it wasn't my dogs or my dad. Sincerely, Chrislyn Holmes. Oh, that is so creepy. Do you think it was a ghost? Oh my god, what if it was a ghost? I don't like it. Short stories are always so creepy because they're like impactful and small. Creepy, but thank you for sending me in your story. I loved reading it. Okay, so that's all the stories that I have for you guys today. Like I said, if you want to send me in a story, here is the email. Thank you to everybody that sent me a story in to read. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you, and I love you. But yeah, if you like the video, please remember to smash a massive thumbs up. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, I will see you all soon. Peace.